on the result, just your thoughts on the 90 minutes.
Okay, it was not unlucky. It was definitely a very dominant performance we have seen from Mamelodi Sundowns, despite the number of players were not included. But okay, as we all know, there are 35, 40 players on their side. They every time can contribute to a good performance. The concept is also not new. We started, I think, at a certain, let's not talk about 15 or 20 minutes, but I thought, okay, we can make it difficult. At least the first goal came, and then the confidence, of course, on the side of Sundowns is extremely till the end of the extra time, even to observe. Finally, yeah, you have to be happy not to concede more goals, to be realistic. On our side, I thought we had achieved a little bit more in the last number of 2-3 weeks in terms of physicality, in terms of cleverness, in terms of using the tactical foul in the right moment, keeping the possession of the ball. If you move forward with the second touch, make it really happen that we get the time for the 2-3 seconds to follow, to give support, but not in the first half and also not in the second half. We were able to simple passes, switching balls from 25 meters from one side to the other side, I think has nothing to do with they cannot do it. It's not worked. It was not successful. The passing accuracy, in particular, if it comes to the medium lengths or the longer balls, what the right balls were, is simple, easy in the moment. Of course, also a question of confidence. Therefore, a lot of stuff to do. Not really the way as we were thinking to be able to handle the game, but okay, good. It's a strong team. Wish them all the best for the game on Sunday in Egypt to achieve the Champions League next step.
Thank you, Coach. Well wishes for that game on Tuesday. Any questions from the floor?
Coach, over your time in the PSL, you've not been a stranger to introducing young players out of nowhere and them having long, successful careers in the PSL. Do you think, or is there any players in the Cape Town Spurs squad that could potentially just come and refresh this team? Because there's a lot of aging old legs and the team is devoid of confidence. Maybe they need some youthful exuberance.
No, I don't think so. If you look into it, Azanele, Chumani, Moninel, these are not old legs. Of course, you have 3-4 players into it, but as you said, I think the secret is always very Lebo Maboye on the other side, Tapelo Morena on the other side, Rushen de Royk on the other side, all brought in as younger players in Maritzburg and Bloemfontein. I can continue. We can take the Pirates team, we can take a number of other teams, Globo, Supersport, and so on. But you have to prepare them adequately, and prepare doesn't mean that you are not able to identify that they have talent. Talent is one parameter. The professionalism starts with how strong I'm prepared to work on my physical, and there were a lot of moments today where it 1 against 1 and rolling over. So that means you have talent. Talent is not the question, it's not an issue. There's a number of players in the club with a lot of talent, but definitely with a certain challenge of being able to have the real physical power to be successful, to stop a player who is driving through the midfield. If it is Maboy, if it is Sungu, if it is Bule, just really you need power. You need the individual. It's not that you go in ball possession. You stop a player, and then in this moment, of course, make something out of it yourself. And a number of players are not really prepared for the PSL in the moment. We have to be honest.
Basically off the ball. Off the ball, they're not good enough.
Yeah, nun, you see the right wing back has a ball, like Keegan. So then you see on the other side, I'm trying just to give you another example, what is tactically. We run with 2-3 players towards the right wing back, going short. that's not really healthy. That's easy for the opponent. If one comes short and two try what we have seen on the other side, try to come in behind the defense line, that would be more effective. We talk about, we produce consistently scenario during the week, but coming to the week program, when you have a game on Saturday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday like today, you don't see it. But good, it's now 2.5 weeks where you really can put something in, and certain stuff is not really adequate as it should be.
Please introduce yourself and then you need to
Coach,
take last 4 questions and we need to wrap it up, coaches too.
commiserations on the loss today, Coach. Kamukolo for Soccer Laduma. Coach, at your disposal is a young player that's been very talked about in Luke Baartman. I just wanted to ask why he wasn't included in the squad today. And as my colleague alluded to, you've been responsible for a lot of budding careers in your long career in the PSL. How good can he be in comparison to someone like
He's injured. He is not recovered out of the games. He was thrown in early under 16 school, etc. And he has a certain issue. I hope we can put him in place on Thursday, Friday. That's the plan, to have him available for the next 2 games in December 23. He couldn't play. He was injured. He had this very clear. He didn't train the last 10, 12 days with us.
And then how?
No, he's good. He's good, but. He must be prepared to be really good, to be really prepared for the PSL. Like ask Maboya, ask Tapilo Morena, ask Makarenga, ask Ndlobo, you can all ask them. They are not coming in immediately. They come in after 3-4 months playing disky, working hard, having individually a good training session, and then they are prepared. And this is very crucial. You can burn something definitely, but he has quality. He's definitely a player with future, but you have to work with him tactically and, of course, from the physical side.
One question each gentleman, I believe.
Okay, Ernst from Kickoff. Coach, I just wanted to find out, are you intending to venture into the transfer market in January, and then also the goalkeeper from England, Sam, is he still part of your plans going forward?
Who?
Sam, the goalkeeper.
What happened with him?
Is he still part of your plans going forward?
On my plans?
Is,
No.
then what are your plans moving forward in terms of the transfer window period?
We definitely, I think we're all aware about it. It's not really something where you can close your eyes. If you have a season like this, you must think about what's necessary, what's possible in certain direction. If you really sit there and think that you don't have to do anything to get in a better direction, in a better flow, think about how far you're really able to see what's going on in the professional soccer. It has to be done something. We definitely have some players. It's a little bit the physical strong players like Colin, like Jared. They're injured in the moment. Like Luke, who definitely could help. We cannot do anything. They need probably Cohen, etc. The 3-4 players. They run around the next 2-3 months. They're not coming back before February. That's for sure. I don't know what's possible. We have discussions day in, day out. Try to find solutions, and let's wait and see.
From Open Radio. Coach, I had a chance to look at the stats after the game. I saw that it looks like you didn't have any shots at goal, that Dennis Onyama had a very easy game. You're sitting at the bottom of the league as well now. 14 games played, only 1 victory. Do you see yourself taking the team at the end of the season?
I don't know. When you ask me, do you think it's better that the club is firing me than talk to the management? I'm there for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. I was aware about it. There was 1 win in 12 games, 11 games. So I'm not fantastic to say I'm going in and now because you put your hand on the table or on the shoulder of a player that now everything is going from one day to another. Sorry, you can't be so naive. I'm definitely not. I'm too old and too experienced to think about. For me, it's about finding solution and finding solution with what we have, or in this moment always also to think about what could be done, what should be done, what can be done. It's a question of budget, it's a question of networking, and it's not in the moment you can't do anything. You have to wait for the transfer period, and then let's wait and see what we can do.
Last two questions.
Coach, maybe just as a follow-up to this one. I see you.
But it's so good, the question.
I see you are 7 points away from Richards Bay and 12 away from Jazz Galaxy, who are third from the bottom. Do you have a fear that maybe soon you will run out of time to try and save this team?
Yeah, good. Also, really, as I said already, you have to be realistic. You have to really find a way to get a bit closer in December. We have 2 games to play now. Another 10-12 days towards the next game, and then in this moment end of the derby in things, and that's what we have to work on. You can't expect really what should I do? Should I really rustle them in the second half in high pressing, in open, even Peter Shalulile, Serino, Modiba later, they all would be very, very happy if this happened. Then you get killed, and you're not coming with a result out of this stadium. You have to be a little bit realistic in certain direction. So that is now, you can criticize it, but that's a decision you have to make as a coach. We are playing against Mamelodi Sundowns. They just won international competition. They will go to the next round in the Champions League. We haven't played against a team what probably is a little bit more close to our level, where we probably build up and have a little bit more a chance to do something.
Last question, one question, please.
Yeah, Muscat Power FM. Coach, you say that when you took the job, you were not naive. You understood, you saw what was happening.
Yeah.
But then what did you see in your due diligence?
I like the work on the field. I like to even it's for me it's something like if you go to the economy, it's like a company is under administration. Simple, easy. Now you have time, 5-6 months. I know it's not an easy task. I've done it a number of times. Good. Of course, we were expecting more out of this both home games against Royal AM and Stellenbosch. Here would have been a bonus to make something. Good. I think the infrastructure is there. The people are quite realistic. And good, we had some chats over a number of weeks. It's not coming in from one day to another. In the moment, it's just really to try through training sessions, through certain other off-the-field activities to get the team into the right. It was from being united better than what we have seen against Stellenbosch. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, colleagues.
Thanks, Coach.
Good.